Yo, what is up? Hope you had a great afternoon, baby. What's happening, everybody? It's 4 o'clock here on the East Coast, a few minutes behind schedule. I told you guys in the chat I'd be a little bit late today. I just got back from the gym, working on those mentals. This is really the last full week that I'm here in Georgia before we head to Dubai for the fight. So, man, it's like put in a lot of training, put in a lot of time and effort. So I went and sat by the pool. Then I get in the hot tub, and then the outdoor pool is so cold right now. It's like a cold plunge. So I got in there for a little bit and then sat in the sun and just fucking relaxed, man. That's what I did. I just relaxed. So I hope you have had a relaxing afternoon as well. A lot going on. Bitcoin all-time highs today. We got all sorts of shit happening. So we'll get into all that in just a few minutes here. But I am excited to be here, and I hope you guys are too. Make sure you go ahead and smash the like if you are on YouTube. Hit the heart if you are on X. And that's the way to do it. Messy hair, don't care. I'll throw on a hat so I don't look like a river rat. Here we go. KC, Karate Combat one. Pow, 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 pow. Here we go. December 6th, baby. If you're going to be in Dubai, I don't know who's planning on going. I know it's 6 a.m. Doug, the homie, he's going to be there. He's in my corner. Very excited about that. But if you are going to Dubai and you want to come to the fight, I got a link for tickets. So I'm sure we could get some kind of discount going or something. I don't know. I think there is a discount. I don't know. I haven't even looked. I just don't know anybody going to Dubai. And if I do know that you're going to Dubai, you're with me already, and you're part of the crew. So that is going to be happening. We're actually leaving on Thanksgiving. So that's it. We are out of town on Turkey Day. Let me pop that off. And we, let's see, as it turns out, so we fly out at night on Thanksgiving at like 10 o'clock at night, something like that. We fly to Istanbul. We've got like a couple hours at Istanbul, and then we get to Dubai. It's at like 3:30 a.m. local on the 30th. Right. So then I got several days to rest, stretch, make sure I'm in, bendable shape, because that could probably be 22 hours or something like that on a flight. Could get pretty stiff. So got a boxing gym there all ready to go, lined up. So I will be hitting the ground running. I can't wait. And so we're going to be putting on a show, man, December 6th. So either way, if you can't make it, there will be a stream link. So I hope that you check it out. Be in my corner, Team J Chains. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Guys, go ahead and smash the like for yourself. You don't even do it for me at this point. It's for you, because you could be doing anything, but you're here hanging out. We're going to talk about some crypto. We'll go through some news. I don't really know how much news we'll look at, and then we'll look at some charts. If there's anything that you guys want me to look at particularly, go ahead. You can drop it in the chat. And when we get over to like Dex Tools or Trading View, whatever, we'll start looking at some charts and looking at for some entries. Because like, here's the deal. And when we get to Coin Market Cap, I do want to check this out really quick while we're talking about it. Where's dominance? Bitcoin's back at 60%. So we are at 60% dominance. So we are going to see some alts bleed. And I think we noticed a lot of that today. I hit a pretty good long Ondo this morning before 4 a.m. And I've been kind of really patient. I wanted to get in actually at 97 cents earlier. That it slipped down to like 94 something, but I wasn't really liking the favorable conditions of the market, and I still think we're trending down. So I'm lowering my expectations for my entry. I want to get in around the 90-cent range, right? And so this is going to be a big trade. So I'm going to get in at the 90-cent range where I've got this order. It is worth a little over 100,000. So with leverage, I got 15x, and then the amount that I've got on there brings it to let's see, 114,000. So that's the size of it. So hey, man, if we could hit a lick on here, this would be a great way to kick off the bull run. So it all depends on how things go. Now remember that we're at some point, like we are going to see like a massive correction. And so, I absolutely don't foresee myself being in one of those, like, I'm going to be in this trade until 2026. No. I don't have the fucking guts to do that anyway. Like, I've seen the markets go up and down. When I get to a nice little profit zone, like, I'm pulling it, and that's what I do. And that's the game. And so, like, I'm getting ready to show another screenshot. As you guys know, we've been doing the November. Well, it was the October. It was the October portfolio is how we started it. October, and really didn't go up in October. And then we pushed it onto the Moonvember. Well, now here we are 20 days into Moonvember. And we've turned our 5K portfolio. Now, I got to update let's see, what is our total We've got 6,500 in the trading account now. This record still shows 5,800. So yeah, we made a nice little chunk today. So I will get that added in there. So we're like a little over 12 grand. So we're doing actually like almost 13 is what I mean. So like almost 13 grand. So from 5 to almost 13 in a month and 20 days. Hey, it's not huge. I get that. People will be like, "Oh, dude, these guys make a they'll show you a P&L with $300,000 on it." I get that, but that's not fucking me, and that's not fucking you, and you guys know that, right? So what I'm trying to show you is small wins add up, right? I get it. It's only $6,500, and it was 1,000 my trading account, but that's $5,500 more than was there beforehand. And I know that, coins are going up and stuff too, but hey, it's a way for me to have fun, be active, be in the market. I'm watching it every day and I'm paying attention, right? So it's just a different way to get integrated into this whole ecosystem. And it's a lot of fun. And listen, I've had some big wins and some big losses. You guys know that I fucking timed it wrong and went short on Bitcoin when Bitcoin ripped. And so, I hung into that thing for a little while, ended up cutting loose for not nearly as big of a loss as I thought I was going to. And I did not get liquidated. I cut it loose. So there we go on that. Bada boom, bada boom. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What's up with the homies? We got Block. Who got the gold today? Mike Lowry. I think that's, it might be 2 golds. I think you got the morning and the afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to you, sir. Double gold. You're like the Michael Phelps over here. Blocky in the house. Doug, my dude. As always, we got, that was me. I almost shouted out my own name there. That's what happens when you just go. Neil, Robert Stone. What's up, fam? All right. Jesse Thomas. What do you think Pyth can do price-wise? Well, we'll look at the chart in a little bit here. We'll take a look at some of the information with it. We'll zoom it in, zoom it out, and then we'll take a look. I know that it's got a, what is it? Is it 10 billion token total supply, if I'm not mistaken, which puts it in the same level as Ondo, the same level as what else has 10 billion? Golly. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at all the coins that have 10 billion. And then we'll just do some simple kind of, these are things that I like to do is, if you're trying to guess like where you could be, like find a more established coin that has the same amount. And then, if it gets that same kind of attention, if it has that same kind of push, like maybe it's going to get up to that same level, right? It's just some simple tokenomics. It's not foolproof and it's not for everybody, but that's the way that we'll do it. So what's up? What's up? I don't know what that one is. The NPC, sorry, Planet of Coins. We'll check it out there when we get to the chart. I do have one. Let's see. I did bring up a story. Always got to have at least one. No one really cares so much about. And it's going to be a paywall too, isn't it? All right, let's look up Trump crypto team. Here we go. Bloomberg. Trump team moles creating first. Wait, this is the same fucking one. I literally fell for the same thing twice. Here, Decrypt is not going to paywall us. That was wild. So I can reread the title, or you guys can do it. A crypto czar in the White House under President-elect Donald Trump could have major implications for the digital asset industry. As we know, Donald Trump and his transition team are actively discussing the possibility of creating a full-time White House position focused on crypto policy. That would be amazing. It would be the first ever job dedicated to crypto at the White House level. That would be great. That would be huge. I bet there's going to be some insane competition for that position. According to a report today, while a decision has not been reached about the creation of the role, members of Trump's team have discussed the possibility with multiple industry leaders. Oh, is that going to be Charles? Let's see. Brian Brooks, CEO at the President-elect's Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach. Brooks, former comptroller of the currency, as well as one-time chief legal officer at Coinbase, is rumored to be in contention to run the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. There you go, Brian Brooks. During his presidential campaign, Trump made a slew of crypto-related promises. 11, if my memory serves me correct. We did a story about that. There was 11 promises that he had made. Most notably, the strategic reserve. There was free Ross, and we'll have to look up the other. There was 11. I think the reserve, the strategic reserve, was the biggest one. And I know, freeing Ross. Oh, and fire Gary Gensler. Get rid of that bum. We already know he's getting ready to head out of town anyway. So really interesting. And everybody's wondering, what's his next move? Where is he going? If I were him, if I were old Gary G, man, I would drop a meme coin. That's what I would do. But that's just me. Maybe you got a nice little fuck y'all to all y'all haters. Because you nerds and you degens would eat it up. You'd buy the shit out of it. Let's see. Tuesday, we talked about this earlier. Howard Lutnick, he appointed him as the Department of Commerce, Bitcoin, and Tether bull. There you go. The Commerce Secretary, however, has little, if anything, to do with regulating assets like crypto, in contrast to the Treasury Secretary position, which Lutnick reportedly coveted. There you go. There's our news article for the day. Oh, man. Let me pull back up here the, what do we want? Coin market cap. Zoom it out so you guys get that the full scope. I just said my trackpad battery's dying, so all right. But when I plug it into this could be terrible. We may have to expedite the show because if I plug it in to the thing that I've got here, it like disconnects it. All right, let's go to. We got 3.1 trillion global the market cap today. Let's look at what are we looking at on that? What is this ordered by? This is wild. Let's look at our gainers of the day. We don't care about that. We want to know the losers. Where do we have opportunities at? This fucking beam, 2 cents. You guys sold me a bag of shit. The morning crew, my gamer friends, you guys sold me a bag of absolute dog shit. Beam fucking sucks. I'm cutting it loose. I never want to look at it ever again. It is constantly a fucking loser. It is doing nothing good. I haven't heard anything positive. It's never been in a top gainer. Yada, yada, yada. Fuck it. It's done. Fuck Beam. Here we go. There's other opportunities, though. I'm telling you, some of these coins are bleeding. So great opportunities. SWE 356. You get a mutable. Man, a mutable. I feel like if this thing doesn't start running soon, I'm gonna feel the same way about it. And I got sold a goddamn bag of dog shit by the gamer friends, is what it is. Could have put that money in something else that would have run. Dog with hat. I'd rather have dog with hat than Beam and IMX right now. I'll tell you that. This could be a good pick. 314. This is going to be a big runner. This is going to be a big runner. It is a massive opportunity. It is, well, it's already a $3 billion market cap. It'll do some numbers. It will do some numbers. All right. Let's look at our big losers on the week. Where do we want to? There it is. Dog whiff, man. That's the biggest loser of the week so far. Popcat, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is like a trader's dream come true. That I believe it does a lot of like big swings. The last I'd heard about that was from AJ several weeks ago. I don't know if it still trades the same way. It's a little bit bigger now. It's got a $1.5 billion market cap. So maybe things are a little different now. You got Peanut the Squirrel coming in at $1.46, down 15% today. Let's take a look. How does this chart look? Because this thing went just skadoosh right here, and it's since leveled off. But it's building support is what this is doing. This is the accumulation zone. So it's building that support, going down a little bit, like we're seeing a lot of things going down a little bit today. Let's check the old chat here. Let's see what you guys are thinking about. Oh, what's up? Morehart is in the chat. We got Modern Canadian, Blocky, Breezy. What's up, fam? 6 a.m. Doug. AVAX is looking a little comforting on the longer time frame. AVAX is going to do well. I think at this point, like it's time to consolidate my game plays because I have AVAX as an RWA, as a gaming token as well. I'm going to keep that one there. I'm going to cut the Beam loose. I want nothing to do with it anymore. I'm going to read the chat. I feel like I see Beam in there. See what you guys think about that. And then IMX, I'm going to start paying attention. It's going to be one of those fucking things that as soon as you cut it loose, it's going to rip. And I know that. But that's just the risk I'm willing to take to put it into something that maybe I'm already in that I can, not have to be upset about or whatever. If you guys can consolidate. I'm just going to consolidate a little. All right, here we go. Beam is hurting too, fam. Doug, yep, absolutely. Maninja, what's up, dude? Beam is Gotti. Gotti took a fucking shit today, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look at that when we get to the charts here. XRP has been destroying me in the trades. Yeah, that was to me. It is a tough one. XRP is a tough one to trade. I don't like it. I've been trading obviously Bitcoin a lot, and then I'm getting out of some of the other coins, but doing Ondo has been turning out pretty well. So I'm enjoying that. My next entry that I'm looking for, it kind of got a little bit away this afternoon, but I don't think that. I mean, this is just a little afternoon pumpage. I think we'll see this thing come back down this evening. And I'm targeting like the 90-cent range, and I will keep my eye on it. But I like the 90-cent range on that one. All right, where the heck were we? What's trending today? We don't care about that. Anything on the hour that we should be looking at? Nope, nothing really. All right, well, hey, as they say, that's what's up on the coin market cap. We could take a look at some of these here, some of our favorites over on the Dex tools. If you guys got any that you want to, now that we're off the mains, right? We're done with the coin market caps. We're done with all that. Now we're going to be looking on Dex tools. We'll be looking on TradingView. We'll take a look and see if there's anything that we need to get into trade wise. Probably not. My strategy is not to just force it. It has been working out very well. The times, honestly, it's so funny. The times where I go off script, the times where I either have FOMO'd in, like I told you, I shorted on a FOMO because I thought it was coming back down. There was another time where I got caught doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and it was because they were impulse. They were not calculated moves, right? And so, like, I'm watching this Ondo thing. I've been playing it pretty well the last couple days, just watching it. It goes up and down, so just waiting for it to come back down to a nice level and then ride it back up to $1. And if I can do that, if I can do with leverage, like $100,000 trade and get that thing from 90 cents back up to $1, which is no big deal, that's 10 G's. I'll do that all fucking day long. I'll do that twice a day, or probably only once a day, to be honest with you. But or however, how often that happens. But that's going to be the game. Is like, just pick something, watch it, learn it, study it. You know, some people who trade just about anything and everything. Why? Like, if you could start to, really dial in on, again, I'm dialed in on Bitcoin because I've been trading Bitcoin, honestly, leverage trading Bitcoin pretty much exclusively since I started. I never really tried to trading anything else. I had seen this opportunity the other day and I said, well, why the fuck not? And so now I've been watching the chart and I kind of understand it a little bit and how it's moving and where we're going. So, hey, we're playing the game. That's all part of it. Just learn the game and play it. It's your own game, and you have to learn your own rules and your own strategy, but you'll get it. I know you will. Smash the like for yourself. Hit the heart for yourself. Okay. Dex tools it is, right? All right. As you guys know, we have been talking about Blockbuster Video, ticker VHS, for a minute here. Started calling this thing. What's funny is I had thought it was in the $300,000 range, but I was corrected this morning that we were in the 200s, so about like $220,000 market cap is when we first brought the VHS ticker to the community. And as of today, we got damn near close to a $2 million market cap yesterday, hitting that 1.8. But today we are back down a little bit. Let's see. I can pull some of this information up so you can see here. We're at a $973,000 market cap. You got 802 holders. Holders doesn't usually mean anything except for when you see organic growth and you see the holders grow. That is one metric that you can use for community size. When you see some of these projects have like 15,000 holders, that's bullshit. So that's just a metric to pay attention to and look at. This one, I happen to know the guy who launched this coin, and so he's a solid stand-up fucking guy. So his team and what they're doing is going to be great on this one. So, and it's a nostalgic play. I mean, you guys have seen my X posts, I'm sure. If you're like if you grew up, All right, you know what Blockbuster Video is. It's nostalgic, right? There's no cats, dogs, frogs, bullshit, nothing like that. It's not the animal meta anymore. This is a straight up nostalgia play, and I really like it, and I'm in for this. I'm here for this. This is the kind of thing that I like. So I've got my membership card. I hope you guys do too. We did a giveaway not too long ago. You never know. There could be more giveaways in future. So DYOR on this one, but I know a lot of people in our community made some pretty good money, especially going from a $200,000 market cap up to almost a $2 million market cap. So if you are still holding, congratulations. If you took some profit, congratulations. That's the game, right? But I'm gonna tell you this thing. I am holding out. I haven't sold a single token yet. I'm holding out on this swing till probably 100 million. I think it'll get there, no problem. Once the right people find out about it, it's the pure nostalgia of it. And who my guy's connected to and how all that's going to work. Ain't no way that thing doesn't get to 100 million. So that's what I'm holding out for. So you got to have your targets, right? This doesn't, at the end of the day, like if this doesn't get to $100 million market cap, it's not going to ruin my bull run, right? And that's the strategy you guys got to be having. And that's why you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. Now, I know if you only have a couple eggs, you might need to do that once or twice to build a basket. But once you have that basket built, man, don't keep all your eggs into one. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys can jive with that message. But all right, so that is Blockbuster Video again, ticker VHS. We will continue to talk about that, possibly doing a fight sponsorship with them. So, yeah, check the chat here. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Yeah, everybody, we did end up doing 5 winners of $100 each, and that was, man, that's probably ended up being at least $200 or $300. When I sent it out, it pumped the day that I sent it out. It was the $100 was actually 115 at the moment I sent it out, which is wild. All right, another one that has been an absolute tear lately, although it is down 6% today, or 3.6% today, according to the top here. But we've got the Pussy Monster, as you guys know, Solana's fierce cat duo taking care of homelessness and human trafficking and all sorts of bad shit on the streets. Good to see this thing back up above our blue line. As you can see, we've done a floor, we've done a top, and then we kind of hit what we thought was going to be our biggest point of resistance coming back up. Because as you can see, right here, not only did we hit it a couple times here, right? 1, 2, we blew through it here, blew through it here, blew through it here, but then 1, 2, and 3 times we got absolutely rejected on this line. But this most recent, we went in. Now this is our support level. So hopefully we'll be challenging a new all-time high, and you will see that that is right back here. And well, let's get rid of this little thing because I think that might be in our way. The all-time high right here is 003244. So, man, I'll tell you what, a little bit more momentum, and this thing will rocket ship past all-time high, and that thing will be off for the races. So, shout out to Justin, his team, and everybody over there at the Solana Monster is the name of the ticker on YouTube. Pussy Monster is the name of the project. Now, you're like, what did you just say? Remember, 2 cats. One is Pussy, one is Monster. This is their names. They're just cats. All right. TRDM. This is another one that we love. This has a lot to do with the affiliation of the high Q indicator. Plus, they've got the TRDM, the Trademaster Ninjas Discord. They got pro traders. They got all sorts of really cool trading tools that are going to be coming out, and you can have access to if you hold enough coins or you have the NFT. So if you got 10,000 coins, it gets you in, or if you have a gold NFT, I believe that gets you in as well. So this one right here is this is going to pick up some steam as we get more into the bull run, as more and more people come in and more people start trading and wanting the indicators. And you guys know that bots are going to be such a huge thing in the future. And so you find the companies that, and listen, I know the guys that have been building this thing in the background for quite some time. So, I mean, way back when, we've known these guys for years. And so I think that what the product that they're building is amazing, and I'm here for it. So next, I want to show my chart here at Squid Grow. This thing has been absolutely making a nice little comeback. We've got a long way to go from where this thing launched. Now, what had happened right here is, as you see right here, and this thing had an absolute pump. before they did the migration. So it was on multi-chain, right? It was on BNB and it was on ETH. And so the team had decided to consolidate it just into Ethereum. So when that happened, shortly before, I feel like there was a ton of speculation going into this. There was a lot of hype and speculation. So the price drove up like crazy, did the consolidation. And then I think, there was some things because, it was, man, it was either 8-1 or 11-1, something like that. 2 million to 1, some number where because they shrunk the supply, you got far less than what you had, but the value was still the same at the time of the launch, right? That was protected there, but because of all the speculation and the run up, and I think when people got less coins, or maybe they didn't quite understand, or whatever it was, even though it was supposed to be that same value, a huge sell off. Now that's the backstory. That's what that was right here. Now you are starting to see the fruits of the labors. You got Silent Swab. Squid Grow is doing a lot more stuff outside with the community. I know that Wendy, big voice in California, it was her, I believe, because Tina is part of Squid Grow and she's dating one of the Altcoin Daily guys. So, that whole crew is there. And so they're starting to throw events there. So you will start to see more and more presence of Squid Grow, Silent Swap, and all the other products that they have offering. And so as you start to see that and we get into this bull run, we're going to see this thing's going to jump. And this is going to be I'm telling you, man, this is going to be one that surprises a lot of people. I know it's down right now, but it is by far from out. So shout out to the Squid Grow team. Shout out to Satoshi. And shout out to everybody in that community. We talked about this one a little bit. Fall from grace, but nice to see it back up over 100. This is Gotti. Listen, ain't no way that I would ever stop talking about Gotti or thinking about Gotti. M-Kid was absolutely amazing to us and our community and me. And I'm going to tell you what, this guy doesn't need to be here. He shows up every day. He's giving away his own money. He's not giving away Gotti anymore. He's giving away his own money. Now, I believe, and it would be great to have a conversation about this with him, is to find out what his exposure rate was. And that was something that we actually had learned from Pussy Monster back, because that thing run up and then it took a big fall. And why did it take a big fall? Well, it was the early parts of marketing. And you see that a lot with projects, is that they give tokens out, because that's the one way that you can, without spending actual money on out of your pocket to market your product, is you give coins out. You give them to your friends, you give them to influencers, you give them out, you give them out, you give them out. Well, that's what we learned, was the exposure rate. And so I know, one of the things that that M-Kid wanted to do was reward the people that he had known in his life, that, it was, I will call Adam Charles back there. Adam, if you're watching, I'm in the middle of a show. And so, he had given out a lot of tokens to people as kind of hang on to these kind of things. And, really the token price went up to $4,400 really fast, as you can see from this chart. And so a lot of people started selling, and you can see what that has since done to the chart. Also, we were doing giveaways with the breakfast show, and it was just not really going the right way. We'd be giving multiple coins out every single day because it was based on participation, and people were just selling them. You get people who just sell it, take the money and go do something else with it, whereas we were trying to build a community. And so I think at some point the exposure rate will go down. Again, this coin just came out in May. You've got some projects that have been around a lot longer, and the charts look a lot worse than this. And you have founders that don't show up anymore, and this guy continues to show up. And you have heard me say that one thing you got to do at some point is you invest in people, right? It's not just about the speculation, it's you invest in people. And M-Kid, I got a chance to know him. Obviously, we spent a lot of time in the morning show with him. You get to know someone's personality, and you get to know someone in the background too. There were a lot of chats that we had in the background, and I tell you, like, sometimes you invest in people, and this is one of those times. So shout out to my fam. Here we go. Crypto Guide 1976. Let's get it from Toronto. Moreheart, the TRDM Ninjas. You know that. Guys. I would honestly go back, and you can search the YouTube channel, go back and watch the video. We had Adventure Bound on from Trademaster. We went through a whole lot of different strategies, and we talked about some things and some of the products that'll be coming out. We learned about, what are those candles called? It was something funky. Let me go over to the Renko candles. So when we go over on TradeView, we can look up some Renko candles. But Really quick, does anyone have a anything that we want to look at over on Dex Tools? I gotta know. I gotta be in the know. Because wait, this one wasn't on here. Why is it not on here? There's more that I want to look up. Let me see. Let me look on my phone. This one came in from Ellie a few days ago. As you guys know, Ellie, shout out to Ellie. I don't know if she's here in the chat or not, but shout out to Ellie. She comes in with some freaking picks sometimes that win. All they do is win, no matter what. All right. We need to be looking up Kibshi. Kibshi. So it's Kibo Shib. Let me just make sure this is the right one. 2414. That's it. All right. This is one that we got from our from the fam, Ellie here. And she pointed this thing out a couple days ago. And obviously, they do what they do every time. Let's look at the hourly, maybe a little too much. I'm telling you, man. Oh, we can look back at the date, but it was like, what's today? The 21st, and it's Wednesday. And I'll have to take a look, but I know people are up on this one. It's down right now. It is definitely down right now today. But if you had gotten in and out of this thing, man, I think it was like over here because it had just had this first run up. And so I think it was like, had to have been like right in here. And I'll double check this. I could be absolutely wrong. Maybe it was in the pump and we all got wrecked, but I feel like it was in the 20s when we talked about it. So, yeah. Kibo Shib. It's not very old, I don't think. Nope. Looks like it. Well, whoa. Let's look on the daily here. I think that would help. And then while I'm doing this, I'm gonna look in the chat really quick here. Oh, you wanted to see NPC. I don't know anything about this, but I can look it up, and you can tell me if it is the right one. NPC, non-playable coin. Okay, there seems to be a lot of them. The one that I will look up, that's got the 5 million in liquidity. That seems like the most reasonable choice and probably the safest bet. You got $336 million market cap, 8.5 billion in circulation, 4 cents. This looks like something. I mean, I don't know anything about the community. I don't know what's causing this other than maybe just normal market sell-off currently with altcoins. But this is a pretty healthy chart. I mean, you got your ups and your downs, right? Like that's, and when like, I talked like why I actually originally put in that short is because I feel that we pumped way too hard to never come back down and kind of just like gather ourselves again. I mean, once you've been in this industry for a while enough, but so here's like a really good indication of like pump, cool, pump, cool, pump, cool, pump. Like all in all, like, from shit. I mean, you see, this would be a fucking great trading chart. This coin seems to perform very well. I wouldn't say it's very predictable, but if you get in the green, like I would wait for your first green candle. That's what I would do. And then you get in. And then when you see a red, sell. And then when you get a green, sell, buy. Just keep doing that. This looks like a pretty good trading chart to me. That's something I would do with this one. Live from the Netherlands. Agents AI dropped yesterday. Speaking of AI, we had someone in the morning show this morning who I had complimented her voice, and then it sounds like this person may be an AI. So we've got to get to the bottom of this. Did I compliment a bot or did I compliment a human? We don't know. Smash the like, hit the heart if you want to find out, though, because we'll have to find this out. All right, let's see here. I know that we wanted to find what do I think of Snack on Cardano? Man, to be honest with you, I'm not into anything Cardano at the moment, right? I still have all my old Cardano NFTs. I still have those. I did not get rid of those, but I got rid of all my coins for something else because you got to have conviction in what you're invested in, right? And so we'll come back to if Cornucopias becomes a massive metaverse, guess what? I got a bunch of massive land. I got like rare megas or whatever. I like that. I got the bubble jets, and I got some NFT. I have all that stuff, but it's not where I'm at right now. And so I'm not wasting my time. That's what I'm saying about me and my time there, because I am more focused in other areas. And so that is a to each their own at this particular moment. That's how I feel about it. I wish, and in my heart of hearts, I really wish that the Cardano community would have accepted Ada Gang, but they didn't. So I can't accept them, because the Ada Gang would have been fine by me. But the Cardano community, not so much. But this NPC coin, man, I'd try to find. I mean, honestly, like there's probably some metric that okay, so you would maybe want to get in, because look here, and this is one thing I'm always doing, is you look historically back, right? Like, look, you've got some movement right here. So that was once resistance. And that's why you came back down. That is now support, right? So, this was resistance. It punches through here, it comes back down, and this is where it bounces. And since it's come up from there a little bit. So, hey, this may be the time to buy. That might have been the leg down for this little collection of runs here. You see only 2 red candles here. You see a couple here. You see a couple here. There's 3 here, 4 there. Some of these are a little bit more violent over time, where this is just short, get it out of the way, and now go back up. I mean, that could be the move there. Check it out. You know what? I'm going to front this. I'm going to favor that right there. And let's do this. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Let's see. So we are currently right there. We're going to check tomorrow and see where this is at. And if we are down below it, we're going to buy. And if we're back up, we're going to see how big of a candle that is. And potentially, because this is like, say for this last run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 days. Remember, this is the daily chart. So that's 9 days of pumping right there. So I would pay attention. If this is your coin, pay attention. If you want to buy more, or I would have say you've already missed the opportunity to sell and then buy back in when you get to the local bottom. But hey, that's the risk you got to be willing to take when you trade, man. Scared money don't make no money, they say. They say that. I don't say that. They say that. All right. What else? We got anything else in the chat? You guys want to see anything else? What's up, Greg, brother? How's Vegas, man? I hope you are having a great time out there. I'm sure you got a few more weeks left to go, and you are just loving it. The food, the weather, the atmosphere, the vibe, the Formula One. Come get it. Jack the crypto snick. All right, here we go. All right, we're down at the there we go. That's it. So you guys, nobody wants to see any coins? Fine. We don't have to do that. We do not have to do that at all. I can show you. This is what I look at. So this is my trading view, and this is how I have mine set up. Currently looking at the 6 different windows. We've got I don't know why this thing keeps switching to Ethereum. This is driving me freaking bonkers. But it's okay. I should probably put it onto something else now that we know. Let's see. We're going to go to the daily here. Now that we know that I am out of that trade, I am out of my short, and there it is. There's our gap. Man, I couldn't find it. It's so down there. So that purple box represents the gap, the CME gap that we got. And I am now of the opinion that this is going to be saved for our big correction, right? There will be one. There always is one. And say it were to happen now, it's still only a 14% drop. We saw 30% up the other day, 33 if I'm not mistaken, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong there. We could probably check that. That would be on this chart. And let's go. No. See, now we could go. Let's zoom in on this. And we're going to pull this thing to the daily. I mean, like, look at some of these days, guys. Golly. So here's the biggest one. Let's see what we did on this day. 16% that day. Okay. So see, that was a 16% day. That's insane. From 77, the top of the candle was 89. As a 12,000, it was a little over $12,000 day. That's a big day. I told you guys, and I had fucking manifested that, and you guys know that in the Web3 breakfast, because I had been saying bull run don't start till we see a 10K day. That's just the thing. There it is. That happened in the middle of our absolute pump. That was the last couple weeks, man. We went this thing went on a freaking tear from here to here. There. Okay, so the whole thing, I had my number. I had said 33%. The whole thing itself is 37, almost 38% from candle to wick, from wicks to sticks to wicks, actually, because we're going to start at the stick and end up at the wick. 38%. Whew, what a week. I tell you what. How many days was that? Yeah. That was from Wednesday the 6th to Wednesday the 20th. So 2 weeks. Yo, what's up, Coins Chick? Shout out to you being in the chat. Let's look at your coin. All right. CC. Coins Chick. Huh? Why is this not? What am I doing wrong? I don't know. Somebody drop me the contract address in my if you could someone drop me the contract address in my DM on X, and I will pull that up. I'll get to that. Oh, CCC. Thank you. That's why. Here we are. Let's throw a little favorite on this thing so we start looking at this one every day. I saw Believes was talking to this one the other day. Definitely, this definitely looks like something that you're not going to see too big of a correction, much more than this compared to everything else that you've seen. We'll just do a couple measured moves just to make sure. We'll go from stick to wick. You got 22% there. From stick to wick, 15%. Let's go from wick to wick on this baby. 25%. This would be, I'm telling you, if you are watching this chart, because ultimately at the end of the day, something you got to be paying attention to is, we'll start it here. There you go. That is a clear uptrend. And so maybe we come back down here and touch support. Maybe that's what you hold out for, right? Maybe you hold out for this 1520, 1530 level. Obviously, the longer that time frame goes out, the higher it's going to be. But when that thing touches support, man, that feels like that is on like Donkey Kong. If you look here, boom, whoosh, it came back down. And so that's how the game works. You always got to respect the trend. Always respect the trend, right? So here you go. Come down, respect the trend. Whoosh. There you go. That's a big game. Let's measure these two whooshes. So from here to here, 673%. Holy fuck. Jesus. This whoosh is not going to be as big. 60%. All right. So then let's say it's going to be tough to average that out. But let's just say we touch down here. And then we want to do another 60. There you go. There's your next. That'd be my target. My target is to get in here and then wait for that thing. And then that becomes potentially, now I'm not saying sell it, but what I'm saying is that then becomes probably your next target for a resistance point. So you may see a little sell off, but then as this thing's continuing to go up, man, that's what you got to be paying attention to. Yeah, this is one that I want to take a look at. This is on Sol, right? Yes. All right. It is now on our favorite list. We'll be looking at this one in the afternoon. Shout out to you, CC. Appreciate you being here. Price prediction for Filecoin 2025. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let's take a look at some historical stuff here. Filecoin. Now, does the narrative still apply? I think that's one thing a lot of us got to look at. It's decentralized cloud computing. Thing had a all-time high was at 186. Let's look down here to make sure. 237.24. That happened on April 1st of 2021, so about 4 years ago. I would say that man, this thing has been down but not out. Down but not out. There still is some, so it's down 62%. What about like volume? Do we get any kind of volume on here? Let's look at our markets. We've got 41 million. All right. I mean, so it's pulling some volume a little bit. I mean, it's not a number one coin, right? It's number 43. Has the potential to move up. We'll see how it does. I would say let's be realistic. Instead of a high, let's just say our first target would be 26 bucks. Let's try to match. Let's see, when was this? March 29th. Let's see if we can just cut this thing to like, there you go. Okay. So this is, let's just play here for now. How about this? So we've got a price of 11.47. Now, no, I thought this was, we'll use the green one. The first wave of the green. This right here, 26.43. I think this should be the first metric that we want to try to get to before we start worrying about 100 or whatever. Try to get to 25. That's a nice 5-6x from here, give or take. It's not a bad play, right? I think that respectfully that could happen, right? Especially as we get to the bull run. We had a little almost green situation here where we hit about 11.50 back in March of this year of 2024. So it is since gone down. Now, hey, this might be a huge performer, and you could see this thing well above the 50-60 range that we saw back here in the late 2021, early 2022 on its way down. But again, I would focus on trying to, this should be the first metric. And I guess it depends on where you get in. If you bought the top, you may want to, if you bought like in here, you may want to rethink it. I just don't know if it's going to get back up there. $2.5 billion market cap, to get up there is going to take some effort, especially at the 2.5 billion. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, I unless you're like underwater completely because you got in at $100, if you got in just in the last year and you've been riding this thing while it was red, I would say make that first metric the $26 level. Hopefully that helps for you. What else we got? What else we got? I think that's it. What time is it? 4:55. That's probably it anyway. Do we have any other coins to look at? Let's look at Ondo here. As you guys know, I am trying to get my $100,000 position with leverage in. I'm not putting 100K on it. It's just a couple thousand with a bunch of leverage, but my goal is to catch it at the 90-cent level. And so we had seen this. This is the 48-minute. Let's go to the daily. And this way we can have a little bit easier of a look at this 90-cent level. So as you can see, not too long ago is where we were at. And my camera just died. So we'll probably just end the show now anyway. So, hey, I freaking love you guys. I freaking love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Make money, get in that trade, long your long when the time is right, but don't do it until you're ready. Have your strategy, stick to your guns. Remember, and I had learned this from AJ, it's not about guessing. It's not about trying to predict things, right? It's about setting it up, understanding what you have, where you're looking, and what you want. Set your alerts and react. Don't guess. That's it. Ciao for now, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern for Web3 Breakfast. Make sure you smash the like, hit the heart, do the things you got to do to let more people know about this show, because we're going to start having fun and we'll start looking at more charts and trades. And I was hoping, man, I was at the gym hoping to get into that Ondo trade. It would have been nice, especially because we're back up at 99 cents, but it never got down to my level. It got down to 94 something. Never got to my 90-cent level for this one. But hey, we live to fight another day, don't we? And that's the most important thing. All right, guys. Have a good